Hey boxing fans, welcome to another 8-count boxing hour. We're back on the air for you tonight, and we've got some good boxing action as always. Tonight we open up with the 8-count opener. This is a 4-round scheduled bout. It says lightweight on there, but actually these are welterweights. You're going to see a very, very promising prospect out of Youngstown, Ohio. You are looking at him bouncing right there. That's Kenny the Cobra Sigurani. Kenny is managed by former world champion Ray Boom Boom Mancini. And he comes into Albuquerque to face the man you're looking at right there out of Socorro, New Mexico. That's Ernie Pargas making his professional debut here. Ernie Pargas, who did pretty well in the New Mexico Golden Gloves last year, now turning pro. And we're just about ready to get underway, so let's go up to ring announcer. That's Henry Tafoya for the announcement.
Introducing the fighters for our second bout tonight, again sanctioned by the New Mexico Athletic Commission. Stan Gallup, Chairman. Briscoe's Productions presents 4 rounds of boxing. Introducing first, in the red corner. He comes to us tonight from Youngstown, Ohio. Weighing in at 147 pounds even. His record, 3 wins, no losses, 2 knockouts. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Albuquerque, Kenny Sigurani. In the blue corner, wears black trunks trimmed into red. He comes from Socorro, New Mexico. Weighing in at 150½ pounds. This is his professional boxing debut. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Monroe Hot Building on the State Fairgrounds. Here is ERNEST PARGAS. And ladies and gentlemen, our referee tonight, you know him very well. Former light heavyweight champion of the world, Bobby Foster. Judges walk around, Doc Hohenweiser and Hugh Bishop.
Okay, so referee Bob Foster says ring the bell. We're just about ready to get underway here. You're looking at ERNEST Pargas and Kenny Sigurani here on the 8-count boxing hour. Kenny Sigurani, the Cobra, in the black trunks with the red, white, and blue trim on the left leg. His opponent, Ernie Pargas, in the all-black trunks with the red stripe down the side. Pargas making his professional debut. Sigurani with a record of 3-0, 2 of those wins by knockout. And Kenny Sigurani is a very promising prospect. He's mentioned in Don Carnahan's Rising Stars update. So he's a man that the boxing world is keeping a close eye on. That's Kenny Sigurani, who you're looking at on the right side of your screen right now. Again, these are welterweights, not lightweights as the opening suggested. Ernie Pargas a little bit over that welterweight limit in at about 150 pounds. Sigurani right around the 147-pound limit. Round 1, we're scheduled for 4 here. Of course, the referee is the former great world champion, light heavyweight champion of the world, current Hall of Fame member Bob Foster. Both men are right-handers. Kenny Sigurani with the good jab, the quick hands. He's been impressive in his first 3 bouts. Ernie Pargas, boy, he's picked a tough opponent here to open up his professional career. He was a good amateur, did well in the New Mexico Golden Gloves tournament, and his management has decided to turn him pro here at the fairgrounds, the Lujan building here on the New Mexico State Fairgrounds. Ernie Pargas, a very basic boxer. He'll try the jab right hand. Pretty straightforward, nothing tricky about Ernie Pargas. And there you see a good right hand landing from Sigurani. And you can see that Kenny Sigurani can put together some real nice combinations. Not a one-punch fighter, but more of a combination style boxer. And Ray Boom Boom Mancini came over to us at ringside and was really praising Kenny. He's very excited about being a part of the management of Kenny Sigurani. And Ray Boom Boom Mancini, who was in attendance here at tonight's fight, just making sure that everyone at ringside was aware that this kid is someone to watch. So we're watching him close. Of course, the crowd behind New Mexico's Ernie Pargas. There's the knock for 10 seconds. And there you see Ernie Pargas now open up a little bit. Looks like he's trying to get a little power into his left hook. And that ends the first round. So the opening round saw Kenny Sigurani maybe winning a slight edge in that opening round. Neither man was hurt real bad. We look into the corner of Ernie Pargas. So Ernest, who you see there, thinking about his first round as a professional. And it's got to be intimidating to go in there and face an opponent who has Ray Boom Boom Mancini in his corner. But Ernie Pargas not afraid to take that challenge. We hope you'll stay tuned after this match. We've got it's a world title, but it's one of the minor titles, but nevertheless it is for the WBB World Middleweight title. That will feature Alamogordo, New Mexico's Eric the Powerhouse Holland. Eric, who's a real interesting story in the world of boxing. We'll tell you more about him in a minute. He'll be facing Jose Cataneo for that vacant title. And that fight will be coming to you from Alamogordo, New Mexico. But right now we're at the fairgrounds here in Albuquerque, looking at Ernie Pargas in the red stripe there, and his opponent Kenny the Cobra Sigurani. You talk about amateur experience, Ernie Pargas doing well in the New Mexico Golden Gloves, but Kenny Sigurani nationally ranked as an amateur, and he fought in the 139-pound division, an impressive amateur, and definitely caught the eye of his hometown neighbor Ray Boom Boom Mancini, and Mancini signing Sigurani to a contract. And Ray really has world title aspirations for Kenny Sigurani. Of course, this is our first look at him here in New Mexico. And so far, pretty impressive. Good quick hands. Looks like he's the aggressor. And he's got Pargas kind of backing up here. Ernest Pargas kind of backs up a little bit. Tries the right hand. Sigurani slips it real nicely now and goes to the body. Look at Sigurani with those body combinations. And it looks like Sigurani has all the punches in his arsenal. He tries to catch Pargas moving in. And as I told you earlier, Don Carnahan, the man who publishes Rising Stars, has listed Sigurani as a fighter to watch. And Don Carnahan, when your name appears in his book, usually you're on your way to something good. Now you see the two trading jabs here. But Sigurani with 1, 2, 3, 4 jabs in a row comes forward behind that jab. Pargas trying to counter, and Sigurani ties him up nicely. Again, you see Sigurani now pushing forward with a jab. There's a good left hand landing. Another one. Fast hands on the part of the Cobra, Ken Sigurani. Again, you see Sigurani controlling this bout now in this round. Just moving forward with both hands. Combination punching looks like the definite description of the style of Ken Sigurani. He's reputed to have good power, 2 knockouts in his first 3 fights. And so far, not a very good round for Ernest Pargas, who started pretty well. There you see at the bell, the round ends with Sigurani on the attack, and now Sigurani just all he has to do is sit down while Ernie Pargas has to walk across the ring. And now Bob Foster talking to the corner of Ernie Pargas. It looks like a cut on the eye of Ernest Pargas. And his corner man there is going to try to seal that cut up. round 3 coming up here. This bout scheduled for 4, the pro debut of ERNEST Pargas and the 4th professional fight of Youngstown, Ohio's Kenny the Cobra Sigurani. We get right into the action here now. Round 3 scheduled for 4. A big second round for Kenny Sigurani. Looks like he started to really take control of this one. And now ERNEST Pargas is going to need to get in there and do some damage and take this round. There's a good right hand from, oh, Pargas landed a right hand, but Kenny Sigurani comes back with a left. And there you see Sigurani just missing with that uppercut. Both men starting off with jabs, but it looks like they're starting to go to the power punches now. There you see Sigurani going to the body with the right hand lead. And looks like Sigurani's one of those kind of fighters, kind of like Johnny Tapia, that you don't know where they're going to come from. This guy has all the punches. There's a good left hand to the body. And now you see that jab sticking in there between the gloves of Pargas. And Sigurani looks like he's starting to get to Ernie Pargas. Oh, a big right hand from Sigurani knocks Pargas back. And he falls into the ropes. He's going to take a standing 8 count right here. The rules of New Mexico do call for the standing 8 count at the discretion of the referee, and Bob Foster elects to give him one. And a bloody mask is the face of ERNEST Pargas, and I think he's really hurt here. He says he's okay, and referee Foster's going to let him continue, but he really got bombed right there. Kenny Sigurani with an impressive performance. Again, the good straight punches. And now really going to work, looking like he's trying to finish her. There's a good right hand of the ear. A combination, and Bob Foster's seen enough. Referee Bob Foster has seen enough, and your winner by technical knockout, Kenny the Cobra Sigurani. So Ernie Pargas comes up short in his pro debut, but he really chose a tough man to go up against. And it was all Kenny Sigurani from the 2nd and 3rd rounds, hurting Pargas with a big shot, knocking him into the corner, taking the standing 8 count, coming out for more bravely, but just not able to stand up to the power punching and the combinations of Kenny Sigurani out of Youngstown, Ohio. So Sigurani moves his record now to 4-0, 3 wins by knockout. Remember that name, Ken Sigurani. I'm sure you'll be seeing him soon on ESPN, ESPN2 Prime, and all of the other networks that carry boxing, because he looks like an exciting fighter. And of course he has the big name of Boom Boom Mancini backing him up, so looks like he's on track for something big. And you have to feel for a fighter like ERNEST Pargas, who comes in and he's very brave and willing to fight anyone, probably knowing a little bit about the reputation of Sigurani, but nevertheless willing to take the challenge, steps in, but just too much firepower to go up against in your professional debut. And it's too bad, but good performance for Kenny Sigurani. And right now let's go up to KDEF's own Henry Tafoya.
I gave it to him last night. All right.
Ohio, Kenny Sigurani.
Hi, I'm Obed Sullivan, IBF Intercontinental Champ. Hope you guys are watching 8 Count Boxing Hour on Channel 27. Hey, stay tuned.